Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Got a couple of junk mowers. Scrapper that delivers called me last night, said, I've got a couple of fine beauties for you to look over. Can I stop by? In which he did. So we happened to pick up this Husqvarna in my neighborhood, coincidentally, and the yard machine. This came out of the scrap yard. He actually bought it from the scrap yard. He gave him 10 for it. So I gave another 10. So I've got 20 into this. And I gave him 10 for this. So 30 for the pair. So the Husqvarna, let's look at that one first. This happens to be the 7021 Papa is the model number. It's got a Honda GCV 160. This is a 2011 model year. So it's just your standard pusher. And as you can see, this front right wheel has a mind of its own. That may be one of the reasons it was pushed to the curb. We'll look at the other issues that I've found with this thing. The safety brake cable is broken. They've zippy tied it into the on position. So those are the two major issues. Broken cable and the rust. You can see the rust here. Actually, this thing here got all rusted out and the metal just gave way. The bracket popped off of the deck here, so this thing is floppy. So this deck is shot. We won't be able to do anything with this. Let's turn it over and I'll show you the underside. It's just as bad as the front right. Blades worn out, rounded off, should be square. And I'll bring you down here if you can see all the rust through there. And what else? Not too bad on the rest of the unit. It's just up here, this whole thing cracked right there all the way through. So I can't do anything with that. This is non-salvageable. Blade is shot, all worn out here. So this will be a parts machine. As you can see, Harvey and Helen got a whole lot of use out of this. Hubcaps are all chewed up. They literally ran this thing into the ground. Until it wouldn't push straight any longer. If you can read the product number, maybe not. So I noticed it had enough oil in it. There's no gas in the unit. So I think we should put a little gas in it and try starting it. A lot of you have wondered what this little red ring is. This is a fuel depth indicator. Honda does not want you going past the bottom of this gauge with fuel. They want this area to be open. So that can cause running issues if you bring your fuel all the way up to the top. The cap's got to breathe. So be conscientious if you got a Honda. This red ring here is a fuel depth gauge. Don't go filling it way to the top. Don't go beyond this bottom mark on this fuel depth gauge. People think it's a broken strainer of some sort. It's a fuel depth gauge. So let's put you back in the stand. We'll fuel it and pull on this, see if we have a running engine at least. Running engine, hopefully, but a shot deck. Talking to the green lady just a little while ago. We're getting our project set up for the day. I'm going to consult with her again in another couple minutes and see if that game plan is still in effect. Okay, I don't want to put a heck of a lot of fuel in here just in case this is a burnt up engine, but never really find a Honda GCV 160 that's totally shot. It's usually a fuel related issue. So a little consultation with the green lady right now. Okay, she says plow forward. It's time to get serious with small engines, and I wholeheartedly agree. Let's make sure the fuel is on. It is. The fuel valve. Put it to my full choke position. So we got a running engine with this Husqvarna, this 2011. It just needs a carb clean with the surging. Surprised this thing started out. So it's got 3 red flags: engine surging, broken cable, and the wheel that wants to go south. So for $10, I'm okay with that. We got an engine out of that deal. So this $20 unit, the scrapyard unit's a 2015 yard machine with the 500E. The barnyard animals think that this thing is a rust bucket too. So let's look at that. We're going to turn this on its side because you can see all this surface rust here. I can put my finger through that, but I didn't get my tetanus shot, so I don't want to stab myself with rusty metal. But look at this thing is pretty rusted up. Missing the cover and the filter. Does have fuel in it. Let's check the oil. So this is going to be another parts machine, engine only, because I can't do anything with that rust through on the deck. It's too holy. It's got oil in it. It's at the bottom mark. See me sweating here. It's starting to get warm in Southwest Florida, so we got 5 months of excruciating, humid, hot weather here on the calendar. So you just got to make it through the summer. Let me turn over this yard machine. Been sitting a while. We got some cobwebs, severely rusted here to the point where it's weakened the deck. Same thing up here. This is rusted through on this side. So this is shot. Big pieces of rust here, flaking off. Blade doesn't look terrible as far as wear. Surprisingly, this thing just sat in a puddle of water. So hopefully I don't break these 3 mounting studs to the block, which ends up happening and makes for a rough day. So I'll have to lubricate those really well to save myself some grief. Let me bring you back around out of the sun. Let's try starting this. See if it was deck integrity that sent this to the scrap yard. I got motivation nearby. If this thing doesn't start with priming it, we'll give it a shot of this highly flammable carbon choke parts cleaner. See what it'll do. We'll give Tommy a shot right now of the Green Lady. Okay, that was good. We got to get this show on the road. Small engines are serious business. No time to be messing around with farm animals. Let's pull on this. So we got a running engine on this 2015 yard machine, so that one worked out well. We got 2 engines and 2 crappy decks, so that's where we are. A lot of parts. None of these are units I can just clean carbs, do light maintenance, and send them on their way. I got to disassemble both of these and salvage the engines. The yard machine started a little bit of smoke there at startup. I wasn't concerned with that at all. So we got 30 into these as a package deal. So I'm okay with that. A lot of parts I can get off of these 2 wheels. Salvage 1 blade over here on the yard machine. So I think I'm okay with it. What do you guys think? But the next batch has to be something where I can fix and go. This kind of slows you down when I gotta disassemble this, and the farm animals are going to be no help whatsoever. They're just going to stand around and cluck around and not do much. Clucking does not get you anywhere. As always, appreciate you coming out to Tommy Time. Please like and subscribe. Tip your waitress and wait staff. They're doing an awesome job. We'll come back at you with some other scrapper finds. Let me know what you think of these two fine beauties. The 2011 Husky and the 2015 Yard Machine with the 500E engine. Let me know, did I pay too much? Have a good day today. As always, please like and subscribe. I appreciate all my old subscribers and the new ones that have been popping up here in the last couple weeks. Awesome to have you aboard. Please come back and see me. Thanks again.